So you'll want to think about why you are going to 10 towns. And then here's another map. You have all been traveling together along the northern means, and then around Huddlestone you have turned onto 10 Trail. Now you've been hearing some stuff about the weird weather going on, and the closer on the northern part of the spine of the world, and the closer you get to 10 towns, you notice that the rumors are true. There are, for this time of the year, it is a lot more colder, it's snowier, and it is getting darker. And even though it's in the middle of the day, the closer you get to 10 towns and through this pass, it almost seems like it's turning to nighttime. There is the main pass where I put that pink, reddish pink line. That is the main pass, and when you get to there, you notice that an avalanche has blocked the main passage, but to the right, there is a side passage that is still clear. So you have decided, the group of you have decided that would be the only way to get to 10 towns, so you started through that side passage. But as soon as you get to the middle of it, the snow and rocks crash down the mountainsides on either side of you. You can't help but wonder if this is how everything ends for you. What brought you here, navigating this dangerous mountain pass, heading north into the frozen lands of Icewind Dale? An opportunity for wealth and power? A dark secret you're trying to escape? A fresh start? An old connection? Whatever brought you here, it seems the rumors might be true. Strange weather-related phenomena are shutting down travel through the spine of the world mountain range. Several passes have been blocked, and you thought this one might be clear. It was clear until now. All right, let's go ahead and do character introductions.
All right. Anyone in particular starting?
I can start. Hail and well met, friends. My name is Lockhart, and I can only surmise that you two are connoisseurs of the acquisitional arts. I am on an extended leave of absence from my studies at Mordenkainen's Community College, and so that way you need no look further for a 60-40 partner in your treasure hunting needs. I'm currently taking commissions as of now for such performances as deep dungeon cleaning, pocket deep cleaning, treasure removal, enemy removal, motivational speaking, sneaking, and slaying, fashionable force entry, aggressive acupuncture, trap whispering, owlbear whispering, and ex-lover whispering, which is pretty much the same technique. All these skills and more are at your disposal, so act now because my time is limited. I don't do dragons as I am both highly allergic to fire and death. Just putting that out there, okay?
I have the same.
Also,
I have the same allergy. It's
wonderful! Yeah, I also have this little guy. He's my little friend over here. His name is Pilfer. He's my familiar, and he is a miniature owlbear. So he's gonna be joining us.
Nice.
Cute.
What was your racing class?
I am a half elf, which means all elf upstairs, all human downstairs. If I know what I'm meaning. And yeah, and I'm actually a rogue.
And what is your character level?
3. I'm
Okay, so I hate to tell you this, but this particular adventure is for levels 1 and 2.
no worries. You can.
Did you just upgrade to 3?
Yeah, literally just upgrade to 3 because I just pulled my sheet over from Gen Con.
So what we can do is, if you can get them back down to level 2, then we can say you're doing the slow progression.
Sure.
And just put you at level 2.
Yeah, no problem.
Even though this is a tier 1 adventure, it is specific for levels 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Thing for Sunday, that is also specific for levels 1 and 2 if you're playing on Sunday.
Okay.
And for that great introduction, I would grant you inspiration, but at least with the season 10 and the way I believe they've been doing the renown, is everyone starts with inspiration at the beginning of each adventure. Now
Nice.
these are mini adventures. I believe there's 4 of them. I don't believe that's at the beginning of each mini adventure. I just believe that's at the beginning of an adventure. But that should carry through to the other mini adventures. So if you don't use that inspiration, this mini adventure or this episode, you still have it for the other episodes until you use it. And then, of course, after you use it, you can continue getting more. Same thing at the beginning of each adventure in season 10. At least you can get a potion of healing. So everyone starts with a potion of healing.
Oh, nice.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good
yeah,
to know.
yeah. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one other thing with the season 10 AL, you can start with cold weather gear.
Yep. Bundled up warm.
And how do we just add the cold weather gear to our equipment, or?
Unless I can find this quickly, I'm going to say yes. But the season 10 stuff just came out. I skimmed through it, and I know that has one of the things in there. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Otherwise, I'm just going to say yes because I don't want to waste any time.
Well, while you're looking, would you like us to introduce our characters?
Yeah, go ahead and keep.
Okay. Well, my name is Marin, and I'm a bard, and I'm up here in Icewind Dale, just trying to get some new stories to tell people back home. I'm from Waterdeep, so it's been a long way.
You're a bard, you say?
I'm a half-elf bard, yeah.
Half-elf bard.
And I like to travel. I like to find new stories and everything, so that's why I'm here.
How about you, Azari?
I'm Azari Kaish. I was a soldier for a longer time, but now just going about my way. But I prefer to be in the action and making sure my town is safe, making sure there's no mysterious beings up here that need to be taken down.
Is your town in the 10 towns?
Yeah.
Do you have a specific town in mind, or you're at this point?
No, I didn't look into that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. There are 10. You can decide later which one is your hometown, but there are 10 different towns in 10 towns. Just so you know.
Okay, cool. I will look into that.
This is actually our first Adventurers League game. We've done quite a few campaigns at home, but never anything official. So.
Well, you're actually in good company because this is my first one as well.
Nice.
So
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, the main things. So when we're done, let me spend some time. Usually I don't do this, but I'll spend some time going over the tracking sheet with you.
Okay.
But we don't need to worry about that until the end. But there is a Adventurers League player's guide that I would recommend you download, and there is a link to it from D&D Celebration, and read that if you haven't read it, especially if you're planning on doing more Adventurers League stuff.
Yeah, we've gone through the Adventurers Guide and the FAQ, so
okay,
double points.
And I forgot to mention Barbarian Air Gymnast, but I think everyone heard that the first time.
Good.
Okay.
Looks like we've got a lot of things that can hit things with swords then, eh, Igoria?
Also, Azaria, what is your character level?
1.
Well, it would have to be 1 if this is your first AL game. And Marin, that's the same thing with you. Since this is your first year, level 1.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And who wants to go next?
Well, I suppose I could go next. Hello. I'm Primdora Shufflebottom. As you can see, I'm a halfling. I'm a wizard. Bit of a wood carver more than a wizard, but I dabble in the arcane arts. I'm a guild artisan. I work for a wood carving guild and use a lot of that sort of thing. They said that there's some nice hardwood up in the pine forests of the north, above the spine of the world. So we were heading up there to check that out. This is my what would you call you, Igoria? What would you say our relationship is? Friends, kind of more than friends. We've been off again, on again lovers. I could say. But this is my Igoria. This is my tiefling barbarian. I'm sure she can introduce herself in a second.
Rime does all the talking.
Yeah, I do a lot of the talking. It's one of my best and worst traits, they say, depending on whether or not you like to listen. Yeah, that's pretty much all about me. Did I mention I was a woodcarver? I do like to carve wood. It's usually what I can be seen doing in my downtime.
Did you say you're a half elf or an elf?
I'm a halfling.
Halfling. Okay. I really got that wrong. And what is your overall character level?
Just a level 1. Just been dabbling in the arcane arts so far.
All right. And then we should have one more. Agoria?
Agoria has the spiral ram horns, dreads that drop below them, covered in thick furs that are matted with snow that has been stuck there and frozen, holding a really heavy great axe. She watches everyone introduce themselves. It seems that this tiefling generally lets everyone else do the talking and watches from the sidelines and waits. So the relationship between Prim and Agoria is much suited, as Prim seems to be doing most of the talking for the two of them. They call me Igoria, many pockets. I am great gladiator.
You see Agoria look over to the Agonasi.
You look strong. Perhaps one time we go and spar, yes.
What's this spot?
Not now, of course, but perhaps when we get to the tavern.
Thank you.
And what was your class?
Barbarian.
All right.
Baba the barbarian. Yeah.
Baba the barbarian.
And are you also level 1?
Level 1, yes.
All right.
Stay close, Prim.
Oh,
This place is cold.
you don't need to tell me, my love. It's very chilly up here.
I heard there is many great things to kill up here. I am looking forward to doing so.
I am not.
My axe hungers.
I'm looking forward to a hot drink.
So, what brings you all here? To this distant north?
Well, I personally have to pay off my community college debts. It's gotten crazy at this point. I mean, they're not even teaching the classes in person. It's all through remote viewing. Isn't that crazy? Worst.
All right. We are playing. We are at APL 1 with 5 characters, so we are going to be playing average. All right. Well, that being said, you snap out of your reminiscing on how you got here, and you focus back in on the immediate danger that you're currently in, which is this avalanche that's about ready to come down on your head. As certain death descends swiftly towards you, movement at the corner of your eye draws your attention. And you see this snowy white muskrat that is like gesturing frantically at you. Its clawed paws beckoning you to follow. It jumps down a fissure, and as you kind of look down into the fissure, you see it sliding down in there, that in an opening that was hidden prior under snow and ice. What would you like to do?
Good. Launch. Let's hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we better go in after it because it seems like it might be the only cover from this incoming avalanche.
Yeah, we don't really have any other choice.
Yeah.
Well, there's always choices. You might not like the results, but all right. So, but that was the better of the two choices.
What do you say, Big Nessie?
Does anybody
enough to lead the charge, or should I?
All right. So you slide. It doesn't. It's a short slide down. The icy slide dumps you unceremoniously into a cold cavern. The muskrat stares you in the eye, then wiggles a bit as if happy to see you survive the close call. A voice from deeper in the cavern echoes towards you. In common, it speaks in common, and it's marked by a slobbery rasp. And as you turn over, you notice that what is speaking is this walrus.
Oh, hello.
Who are you?
Color me surprised, that's for sure.
The walrus says, Muskie, send you in time. Good fortune. The voice comes from this 10-foot-long walrus resting in the shadows. A walrus pup that is at her side starts to wriggle its way towards you, but she pulls it back with one of her long tusks. Then other creatures. That's one of my wolves. That's part of the adventure.
Roll initiative.
So there's a wolf in this menagerie of creatures. But anyways, some of the animals start to whisper to each other. And there's everything from snow foxes to wolf pups to avian creatures to reptiles. And the few that seem to be conversing also seem to be conversing in common, and they look at you warily. Now the walrus speaks again. Excuse my children. They're suspicious by nature. Their lives often depend on it. My children call me Mother Tusk. And you may as well. I saved your lives for a reason.
What reason is that?
And she tells you that she has some tasks that she would like you to do for her in exchange for guiding you through the tunnels under the spine of the world so that you can get to the other side to where Ten Towns is located.
Well,
So,
that is where we're going, so that's pretty fortuitous, I would say.
I'll do
Yeah.
anything for you. You saved our lives.
Yeah, and she does mention, oh yes, I did save your life. You can with the insight check that you just made, you can tell she is kind of this motherly figure, and she kind of views all these animals as part of her family. But she also is giving, as all good mothers do, she is giving you some motherly guilt. A little bit, not too strong, but to get you to help her out, since, of course, she saved your life. Well, since you are in agreement, and you can continue talking to her as she is leading you in these underground passages, but she does relate to you that there's a terrible curse has befallen the lands north of the spine of the world. The sun refuses to rise. So, of course, survival here is never easy. But the conditions make it even more difficult by this curse. And she says she has would like you to investigate what has caused a hot spring her family uses that is freeing over. That has frozen over, I should say. So this spring is used to melt. The spring runs into a lake, and that hot spring then unfreezes or melts some of the ice, and then they can jump into the lake, and at least the ones that are aquatic type like herself can do some hunting in that lake. But because the spring has frozen over, it's not melting the ice for this lake, and it's made it hard for them to do their own gathering of food.
Tell me, mother. Is there anything else that you could offer us for this task?
For this task, other than guiding you through the spine of the world, and of course I did save your life by sending
I think
my
Your
muskie
child
to
saved
help
our
you.
life, not you.
So yeah, she's just kind of laying on the motherly guilt there, and but you feel like she's a good person deep down. It's just
Igori's
just a little manipulative.
just I think it's okay. There'll be plenty of things out in the north of the spine of the world once we get through here safely. Okay, Igoria, we can follow this this lovely lady to the source of this spring thing and help her out. I'm sure.
If you say so, darling,
Okay,
I'll follow your lead.
Let's go for it.
please lead the way.
All right.
And I think that as we kind of travel along, I think that Marin would start singing a tune of how beautiful the ice is, even though deep down inside he kind of thinks it's all a little dreary.
So you come out as you go through these passages. You came out of an opening that is on the east side of the Red Waters. I'm going to put a little dot here, and then I'll ping the location there. And there is a place where she leads you where you can cross the Red Run River that is exiting the Red Waters. And then she leads you to a cave that is on the west side of the Red Waters. And this is basically where she is operating out of. I'll ping that location also. Kind of in between Targos and the Targos Circle and the Tourmaline Circle there, C&D.
I'm not seeing these things.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I haven't seen him.
Forgot to move the player flag to a different map.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Yay.
So this is where you came out from the spine of the world, but then right here is where her cave, her main base of operations is located.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I should mention too that north kind of goes this direction.
Oh,
I see.
So
that's helpful.
the bottom of the map is like where Red Waters is. That's the east side of Red Waters, and the top of Red Waters near the city called F, which is Duggan's Hole. That is on the west side of Red Waters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the spring is not too far away from here. It's about an hour, no more than an hour or two of travel, she tells you. It's just south of the town called Duggan's Hole. So that is going to be right about here.
And my dear, you said that the problem with the spring was that it was frozen over, and so it wasn't producing the life-giving water anymore. Was that generally the gist?
Correct. And she's nursing one of the. She is kind of a little distracted as you're talking to her because at this point she's nursing one of her pups and listening to her family chitter around. But yeah, she says, yes, it's a hot spring. It keeps part of the Red Waters from freezing over. And there we get fresh water and access food from the lake. The spring has stopped flowing into the lake, and we're suffering for it. I have sent a scout to investigate, but she hasn't returned.
Roll initiative.
I would
It's a
like you to
raid.
find out why, one, that she hasn't returned. It's one of my snow fox children. She's a rather angry vixen called Blisket.
Biscuit.
if you could figure out maybe why she hasn't returned, and then figure out what is causing the spring to freeze over, I would be grateful. As I have said, I can only offer you my thanks as well as the gift of your lives that I already saved once.
Of course. That will be plenty enough, I'm sure. And I kind of like slap Igoria on the thigh. Let's journey that way then. So
Yeah.
just before we head out, would you know of any other particular dangers in this area, or any large prey or any predators that we should be aware of?
Oh, please tell me there is.
Please tell me there isn't.
Of course, yeah. Unfortunately, for you, there are prey all over this area. So I know that will make you happy. I don't know specifically what you might run into, though, because there's all kinds of different animals and creatures running around this part of the world.
Well, let's find out then.
All right. So it sounds like you're wanting to set off. That's basically all you're gonna be able to get from her.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
After about 30 minutes of traveling towards Dugan's Hole, about 100 feet ahead of you, at the top of a snowy incline near the lake known as Red Waters, you see a pair of white-furred hyenas that appears to be toying with a snow fox, and they're laughing in their hyena way at the snow fox. And I'm going to move your tokens.
Hey, Gary, you seen this?
Yes.
You reckon that's
It is the
Biscuit?
way.
Whiskit,
Perhaps.
I believe. It was Whiskit, right?
Yeah,
No, I'm
Whiskey.
pretty sure it was Biscuit.
All right, so you are going to be at the bottom of here once I show you the map. All right, so at the top of this, you see the two hyenas, and there is Whisket, the snow fox.
Mhm.
It's like I forgot to delete a couple things on here.
I do appreciate that. Brisket is extra adorable.
That is appreciated. Look at how adorable they are. If those hyenas eat that fox, I'm rage quitting.
All right, so you again, you notice them, and they don't seem to have noticed you, at least yet. It appears like the fox is slightly injured, and the hyenas look ready to move in for the kill. The angry little fox yells in common, "Just get it over with!"
Can I cast Levitate from here on Whiskit?
Nice.
Can you remind me what the distance of that? You are 100 feet away from...
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that far, but...
Let me see real fast.
There's
yeah,
a-
60 feet, yeah.
60 feet range.
Here's maybe a little bit bigger picture of Whisket.
Oh, Whiskey.
Aw.
Goya is going to take
Don't touch it.
Gre-
The screen is
her
gonna.
great axe in both hands and move forward.
Yeah, I'm running up as well.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some tricks, so I'll charge forward.
All right.
Bullets!
Is there anything else that in the way that you might be charging that you want to let me know about? Or
Recklessly.
No.
Okay. So,
What are
it
these
doesn't
guys?
sound like you're trying to be stealthful. As
No,
you're,
we're moving, and
And-
it seems
Yeah,
you
in
said it
fact-
sounded like they were going in for the kill, so we've got no time to
Yeah.
sneak.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. Let me get the turn tracker out there.
Do you want us to roll physical dice or
I am going to leave that up to you. I trust that the results you tell me are the proper results.
Ooh, nice.
So
Oh,
it's all good to me.
well, she just rolled a 20, so I'm glad that you're trustworthy because that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I
rolled
did
a
well on
9.
that one as well. I got
Wait,
19.
I got a 9.
19
Hold on a
plus,
second
19
before you
plus. I forgot.
Yeah, that's all good.
before you yell all that out. We need to get you in the listed in the turn order here.
Yeah, let me do that one more time. I didn't realize.
I think he's doing it.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
That should put in the turn order.
Right, if you right click on it, that's what all I'm doing, and then do add turn. That adds you to the turn order.
Yeah. I'm not given that option, it seems, to right
Oh,
click.
okay. There you go. All right, so
You have to press enter. Yeah.
all right, and now I need to get the hyenas in there. And they got an 18. All right. Primdora, you are going to go first. And then who's going to go between Azaria and Lockhart? Who's going to go first between the two of you?
I personally don't care.
Do you want to go first, or do you want Lockhart to go first?
I don't.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, so I am just currently looking up the range on Ice Knife real quick. 60 feet. 60 feet SM. They're probably okay with cold weather, but maybe not so much with knives. I can't get to within range of any of my spells, it seems, within a single movement. So I'm just gonna dash, I think. So I'll move 25 feet forwards, and then I'll dash 25 feet.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do. So I'll just run towards them, and as I'm running towards them, I'm grabbing my arcane focus that's tied to my wrist, and I'm just screaming in primordial because I can. I'm and I'm just like saying a shopping list or something in Terran, but I'm just trying to be scary sounding so that they'll either come for me or they'll run away in the other direction, hopefully.
All right. Azaria. I'm saying that wrong. Azari?
Yeah, sorry.
Azaria, okay.
I guess I don't think I can reach them either. Nothing I have is within range, so also running. I don't know how far do I go. I'm not familiar with this setup, so I don't know how far.
I'm not as familiar with the air genasi, at least 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'll look it up
That
for
you can move.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can move your regular movement. You could also dash for another 30 feet.
I'll do the dash.
So yeah, you can go a total of 60 then between the movement and your dash.
I think this is where, I don't know. Is this where? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can only run 25 feet, so I run 50 total.
Okay, so how many blocks is it?
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay. So if I want to run 60 feet, then it's.
Oh, I think he gave
them.
you. I think he gave you the 60 feet marker.
Does
Does that look right?
Yeah, whoever had the marker on there was showing 60 feet. So yeah, I believe that's where they were pointing to. All right, then it is the hyena's turn. So because you're making all this ruckus behind them, they look over their shoulders at you, and then they appear as if they don't think they're going to be able to fight you. So the hyena, the blue hyena, he runs over to this sled over here and hops on it. And
I love it.
Oh no!
he's on it. This not on it. This the red hyena is going to run over and then grabs Whisket in his mouth and then runs over to the other sled. And both of the hyenas start sledding. So as I said earlier, this is at the rise of a hill, and they start to sled down this other side of the hill.
These bastards.
And then since it's going down a slope, you can't see how fast or how far they have gone. But Whisket's no longer there, because Whisket is now in the mouth of the red hyena.
Gotta risk it for the Whisket.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty wild seeing a hyena on a sled. There are 3 other sleds there. If you was to want to chase them on the
I
sled.
love this. The hyenas are Legolasing out of it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just get after him.
Yeah.
How many people does it look like can fit on a sled? Can we tell from this distance?
2 people per sled.
Oh, that would work.
Prima or Azrai, either one of you guys, which one's a little bit more dexterous?
I'm pretty dexterous. Primdora's pretty lithe, nimble.
That's it for their turn. Marin, you are up.
Well, I'm going to take off too. And I'm going to charge 60 feet. Or dash, yeah. Try to get as close as I can, as fast as I can.
And then Agoria. I'm getting not a feedback, but echo from
yeah,
someone.
same. I don't know who it's coming from.
Gory is just going to dash as well.
Pick me up. Help me.
As you say that, frosted breath pouring out of Agoria's mouth as she runs, she will get up to Prim and move Prim. Always carrying you.
Yeah. We gotta get after them, quick.
Now, it's half movement, right? With the dash, or is
Double essentially.
action to pick? Yeah.
Yeah. So you got your
So what I
movement,
mean is,
and then
can
the
I
dash
carry-
gives you another movement.
Can I carry Prim with a dash action?
Sure. That sounds cool.
I'm on the very light halfling, and I'm completely willing, so not struggling.
Yeah. So how far can I move Prim? 15 feet?
That will slow you down a bit. So let's say 10 feet off of your the distance you can go.
Okay.
So if you're normally 30 feet, then it would be 20 feet.
Yeah, cool. So me and Prim will move up to there. Come on, Prim.
All right, it is Prim's turn.
All right, and they are not on the map, right? They've left down the other side of the hill. I can't see them. They're not within
Correct.
60 feet of me.
Yeah, they are on the other side. Let me
Okay.
move them.
If I get to the is do I have to be sort of right on the edge of the map before I'm at the top of the hill, or is there any sort of ridge along here or anything?
The edge of the map is the top of the hill.
Top of the hill,
So
So I need to be right on the edge of it. I will. I'll run. Let's see. So if we do the same again, oops, don't move me, measure me. If I run 25 forwards, I'm thinking I could cast grease in front of the sleds, on our sleds, so that we get a boost to try and catch up to them a bit. And then Igoria, you could pick me up again and grab a sled and set off on your turn, maybe.
We could also penguin it as well.
We could penguin it. What do you mean?
Yeah. Just going on.
Yeah, just on the bellies. Yeah, just straight up.
Yeah.
I am not as as hopeful about that as you are. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna run forward. Primdora's gonna run forward 25 feet towards the sleds. She's gonna get to here, and then she's gonna use grease. I'm gonna cast grease on the place right in front of this thing here, and the radius should grease up the land right in front of them to make these. I'm going to cast it right underneath and in front of this to grease the sleds and make it super slippery. There we go.
All right. Sounds good. Lockhart.
All right, and I'm going to, I guess, dash. Let's see here. There we go. Let me get my arrow over here.
Did you already move or?
No, for some reason it's not I can't get my arrow up, but whatever. I'm just gonna dash all the way up there. Should be able to get me to one of the sleds. I'm counting this right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, all right. So I can get on one of these sleds up here.
All right. So when you get to there, you can look over the ridge, and you see that the hyenas are on the two sleds. They are 60 feet over the ridge. So the sleds, the way they are traveling, it looks like they have about 60 feet of movement. So with a dash, you can go 120 feet with their head start, and you see the slope of the hill is about 600 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
And where I drew on the map, that is the ridge, and then the two sleds that have already left the ridge. So you might be able to do some things to help speed yourself up. Of course, there is the grease on there in front of the one sled, but you can use dexterity, acrobatics, or athletics checks to see if you can get an additional speed burst other than the 120 feet from a move and a dash.
Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna do an acrobatics test.
Okay, on a success. Well, since you dashed, you're not going to really be able to do anything else at this point. But once you get going, you will be able to do those speed bursts.
Got it.
But if you fail, your movement will end and you will fall prone as you tumble off the sled.
Okay.
All right, Azari.
I will dash to the other sled.
Okay. I'm just not telling you what to do, but I think you could have made the one sled without having to dash.
It was 35 feet.
Oh, either way?
Yeah. So I'd have to either stay there or, yeah.
All right, so the hyenas, they are going to continue sledding down. And they are now 180 down the slope. And Marin, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hop on that sled that Azari's on. Try to get on board with her. Let's see. I can dash to 60, so that's diagonal square. Would that be 5 as well?
Yes, diagonals are 5.
Okay. So it looks like I can hop on with her. And can I use my bardic inspiration, or would the with the dash?
That I believe would help. That's not going to help your dash, but if you want to move faster to get that extra 60 feet, I believe that would help you with that.
Can I inspire? Can I?
Is that bardic inspiration? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is to help you with skill checks.
Yes, it's a D6 inspiration die that I can give to someone.
Right. So you that would assist you with going faster, trying to get that extra 60 feet burst of speed.
I think I might try to actually look over at Lockhart and say, "You got this, bud. Dash onwards, fly, you fool."
On Dasher, on Dancer, on Lockhart and Merrin.
Yes,
love it.
Exactly.
It's so good. I'm inspired right now. I don't.
There you
real
go.
life.
Also, remember, Prim had put that grease in front of Lockhart's.
Mhm.
So I don't know that I'm going to. No, that's fine. That sounds good.
I
And
thought
we
that
might
was
be
the
able
first
to.
sled that Prim put the grease in front of.
If anything else, then it's Agoria's turn.
I feel like as long as one of our sleds makes it there faster, then we can kind of slow them down for everyone else to catch up.
So, Agoria?
Yeah.
Again, kicking back snow as I run through it, misted breath, axe at my side. I run up to Prim and I'm gonna say, "Good job on the lubrication. Come, it's going to be a bumpy ride."
Let's go!
And I chuck Prim on I dragged Prim to the
At first, I thought you said you were chucking him onto there, which
sorry.
sounded more interesting, but
Igoria runs up, grabs her
I'm
by the
wondering
back.
I wonder if Igoria should go on the front. No, it's fine.
I got the better decks. Maybe I'd be
Yeah.
better at steering.
You're right. No, they're definitely.
There you go.
Go, go.
Go, go, go! Thank you, thank you!
all right. Well, it is. Did you dash to get there?
I did.
All right. So, Prim, you are up. If you want to
Push off.
go.
Let's go.
So, again, movement on the sled is 60 feet. If you dash, that would be 120 feet. But if you want to get an extra 60 feet, you would need to make a dex, acrobatics, or strength athletics.
I will make an acrobatics check. Let's do this.
The dice are in my favor. I can feel it.
All right. It's a DC 10.
Hey, I did it. I got 17 plus 3. Got 20. Dirty 20.
Nice.
All right. So, you are now even. You can either be even with the hyenas, or if you have some other idea, let me know as to how you're directing your sled. But basically, that will allow you to catch up to them.
I'm gonna try, if it's possible to catch up. I'm gonna try and like clip the back end of the one in red, the red hyena with the fox in its mouth.
This was not to scale. There's actually like 5 feet in between them. That's about the distance they started with, and they're still maintaining that distance. So even though it looks like on the map they're adjacent to each other, this is just more to keep track of positioning
Yeah,
than
no worries, no
actual squares.
If I can
So
catch,
which one are you?
yeah, if I can catch up to the one in the red hyena, the one that took the fox in its mouth, I'm gonna try and give it a
That's the one
boop,
you want to clip.
giving a boop
And
on the back end.
Are you wanting to get it from the its left side or from the middle?
I was
would put you
I was
in between the
visualizing
two?
it from its side.
Yeah, which side? The side in between that would put you in between the two sleds?
Yes, yeah,
or
the side that puts us between the
other
two of
side?
the. I'm coming right down the middle of the two of them, and then I'm coming
Okay,
into
gotcha.
to one in red and clipping its back end.
Good job, Daly.
Yes, I got it. Did you see how I missed that rock back there? Whoo, that could have been bad.
Woo.
To clip it, that would actually be an attack.
I don't mind doing it on the next
And
turn if you'd rather.
You would not be able to do it on this turn,
Yep.
but you would be able to do it on the next turn.
Let's do it. I'm about to smash it.
Hold on tight.
Holding on.
Okay, so that was Prim Lockhart.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. These rolls
Now,
haven't been with me, but I'm going to do an acrobatics check.
That grease is going to automatically, I'm going to say that it automatically gives you another 60 feet of movement.
Okay.
So you got your movement, that's 60 feet. The grease is going to give you another 60 feet. So that's going to put you at 120. With so with an acrobatics, which looks like you successfully made, that'll give you another 60 feet. So you are also up with them, but now you still have an action.
Great. Okay, are there any rocks in front of these guys whatsoever? Like, are we swerving, or is it pretty much just clear?
You can swerve all you want. I mean, you can for the cinematic effect, you can be swerving and as you're going down, which is actually pretty cool. But because D&D doesn't, at least with without the optional rules, which AEL does not use, diagonals still count as 5 feet. But you could swerve into one of them since you do have an action.
Yeah, I guess I was asking is the terrain difficult? Like, is there rocks or is just like it's a regular slope?
It's just a regular slope.
Okay.
There's no obstructions. The slope is just snow.
Okay. I am. I'm going to actually. I'm going to send my familiar out. I'm going to literally throw it at them. And have it go for the eyes.
Which of the hyenas, the red one or the blue one? The red one has
the one I'm up next. I think Prim, you guys are on the red one, so I'll take the blue one.
All right. So you throw your owl, and you had said earlier this was it looks like an owl bear.
Yeah.
And you throw it at it, and it then can attack the eye of the blue one.
Yes.
Its armor class is 11, so that is your target.
12.
That'll do it. And then 1 slashing.
Yeah. So here was my plan all along. So now that he's distracted by this miniature owlbear slashing him in the eyes, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to create a giant rock right in front of that looks like he's about to crash into it in his sled.
Okay, so throwing the owl was basically just the owl's familiar's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and you can cast that.
Okay. And that's just gonna. Do I need to roll for it? It's a.
I think that's a wisdom save. It's a. I'm sorry. What spell are you using again?
Minor Illusion.
Minor Illusion. Illusions, I believe, should be a wisdom save.
Or intelligence, depends on the spell.
It's an intelligence investigation check for them, not for me, against my spell DC.
Oh yeah, that's going to be on his turn to see if he thinks that is a fake or not. That's only if he decides. But if he does do it, he's going to fail. So
great. So basically, the plan is to spook him, thinking that he's gonna crash into a giant rock.
Right.
So hopefully he bails.
All right. When it gets to his turn, yeah, he's gonna be faked out by that. Azari.
I am gonna look at Mary and say, "Hold on," and I'm gonna push us off.
Okay.
Damn.
Performance fee.
Can I use strength to try to get us closer?
Yes, you can use athletics, or just a straight strength if you want.
I'll do athletics.
I'm sure athletics would give you a bit of a advantage over straight strength.
23.
And that's definitely enough. The DC is 10, so that will, if you include a dash with that, that will also get you 180 feet. So you are now even with the rest of them.
Okay. Yep.
Now it's the hyena's turn. Now the blue one was faked out by the illusion, and it tries to avoid crashing into what it perceives to be a rock, and it does tumble. And then the red one is going to continue going down, and since it's already kind of going a little bit, had a little bit of a head start, that is going to at least do 120 feet. Do I want to try going faster to stay a little bit ahead of you? See how the hyena, it feels like it would be better to try to stay ahead of you, so it is going to make an attempt to go faster. That's the first one. There was a little bit of a lag, and I didn't think I clicked it. So 16. So it has gone 180 feet. So it is now, the red one is now 180 feet ahead of all of you.
I don't suppose it left. I don't suppose we were in melee with it, did it? Were we?
You were. You were even with it. For the people that had gotten up there, I know one of you had said you wanted to try to crash into it, but you didn't have any actions left.
No, but I'm just wondering if we were next to it, maybe Igoria could have taken an attack of opportunity, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. You could have done that, or you can do that.
I won't bother because I think I would have been more focused on steering the thing than getting a dagger out. But Igoria was on the back and could maybe take us away.
I'm gonna bring my my great axe around if that's okay.
Sure.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Ten slashing damage. Poof.
And that was on the red one. You have are you going for the kill?
Yeah.
All right, it is dead. And of course, as you slice it in half, it drops Whisket out of its mouth. All right, Marin, you are up. Marin, there is a dead hyena and another hyena that is prone in the snow because it just fell off its sled.
And they are 180 feet ahead of us.
No, it tried to go 180. The one tried to go 180 feet, the red one, but his attack of opportunity killed it.
Okay. And so that means that the fox would be pretty close to us too?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, of course, you're still going, so you will need to stop your sled, which you can do, but that'll use I'm going to say half of your movement.
Okay.
But you'll still be right there where you can get to the blue hyena if you need to.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 15 feet to stop the sled.
Okay.
And then
so you're now basically 15 feet away from the hyena.
okay. Then yeah. So actually, I'm gonna hop off the sled, and would you say that the fox is also 15 feet from us?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna run at the fox and kind of be a defensive towards the fox, and kind of like, can I tell if he has any obvious injuries or if he looks healthy?
No, there's some obvious injuries on him. So he's bloodied at this point. They had been toying with him. The hyenas previously had been toying with him or her and had injured her, but they weren't going in for the kill yet.
Okay, I'm gonna actually cast Healing Word then on the fox.
Okay.
And that would be... Sorry, let me...
Here, I got it.
She's got it. She's always on top of everything.
Come on. A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, so 1d4 plus... So that'd be 3 plus... charisma is plus 3, so 6. 6 hit points.
6.
Yeah,
and that's going to be enough to completely heal up Whisket.
Sweet.
Nice.
By the way, while you're doing that, Whisket is just basically cussing up a storm at the hyenas, and is now like yelling at the red hyena, saying, "You're not laughing anymore now, are you? Back to you." Let's see. That was Marin. Goria.
I'm going to charge towards the blue hyena, if possible, jumping off the sled.
Okay, you can jump off the back of it, and then you can get up to the hyena.
And I want to bring down my axe with vicious intent.
All right, its AC is 11.
What is in this? Attack roll? Yeah. Right. 22 to hit.
And that definitely hits.
That is 8 slashing.
And you have killed it.
Ah! Stand there, heaving,
That's
covered in blood and snow.
I can't stop!
So, Whisket is continuing to yell at the now dead hyenas, and it goes over and just like karate kicks the red one in the face, its dead face.
They go overhead and pick up.
Man. Tristan has no chill.
I'm sorry, you said you go over and do what?
Pick up Whisket.
Okay, when you pick Whisket up, it like turns like it thinks it's being attacked by you, and then realizes that it's being picked up by one of its rescuers, and then it takes a deep breath and says, "Oh, thank you."
Now, what if he had still been alive? He would have bitten off your ankle.
you can tell she's still kind of in this rage, but she's like just taking deep breaths, trying to calm down. And she puts her paws up and just kind of goes, trying to just calm her down and get her heart rate down so she can have a conversation with you. And
Gloria's running down the hill
she
after
says,
Prim.
yes, but they would have eaten my ankle regardless if you all had not shown up.
Well, we're just glad you're okay.
Prim steers into a snowdrift and just like slams into, ends up Super Mario 64 style with the little legs sticking out.
So she introduced, even though I already told you her name is Whisket, she introduces herself as Whisket, and that's who Mother Tusk had asked you to find.
Mother Tusk's been looking for you.
She's very worried.
So she's like, oh, you know Mother Tusk? Oh,
We go way back.
I feel so much better. Now, this is, Whisket is a little older. She appears, even though her looks is kind of deceiving, once you're up close and holding her, she does look like she is more of an adult, maybe an older adult snow fox. Mm-hmm. And she says, yes, this pack of hyenas spotted me and I fled. I couldn't get back to Mother Tusk. I thought I was going to die. Or she said a pack, not this pack. A pack of hyenas spotted her.
So there are more hyenas around?
Yes, the whole pack started to pursue me, but someone or something in the tent whistled, and most of the hyenas went back, but these two continued pursuing me.
Just like Azari picked up Whisket, I'm gonna pick up Prim the same way. Come on! And just tuck Prim under my arm and just start walking back.
You should definitely stay with us, Whisket.
Oh, are you going to take me back to Mother Tusk? I need to let her know what's going on.
What's going on?
Yes, I need to tell her what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. You were asking me what's going on.
Yes.
Someone has put a tent over the hot spring. I didn't want to get too close because the smell of blood was strong in the area.
Well, we will definitely take you back to Mother Tusk, but we are in the middle of running an errand, and I don't know, maybe we want to finish that errand before we go back?
And she says, that's fine. I'm sure I can stay with you for protection while you run your errand. What errand are you having to deal with?
Well, remember
back to the spring.
Remember that tent that you were just talking about with bloody smells and everything?
Oh, well, yes, that's over the spring.
Yeah, that's kind of our errand.
Oh, I can show you right where that's at if you want.
We're just gonna arrive right now as well, still holding Prim.
Well, were you saying something about a tent? What?
Yes, I couldn't get to the hot spring to figure out why the water wasn't flowing because someone had put a tent over it, and I was too afraid to sneak over there because of the smell of blood. And of course, I got spotted anyways, and had to flee, even if I wanted to get closer.
Oh, well, that's what we're actually in the town for. We've been asked by a big walrus to take care of that spring situation.
Oh, good. I can show you right where that tent is if you would like.
I would love it.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna need your help. I'm glad we found you.
Is everybody all right? By the way, that was quite a steep hill. I didn't expect us to pick up quite so much speed as we did. Where's Lockhart? Are you around, Lockhart? Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I didn't see you in the snow. You all right?
Yeah. You blended in.
Exactly.
All right, so she takes you, guides you to where this tent is, And this,
You can put me down now, Agoria. Thank you.
Are you sure?
you're going to be
The
right
snow is quite deep.
off the map.
Perhaps you should ride on my shoulders.
Okay.
Oops,
Put you
I
on
got
my
one of the
shoulders.
sleds with you. Unless you wanted a sled to take a sled with you.
These look valuable. Perhaps we should take them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that possible to drag them behind us, or would that be too cumbersome?
No, that's possible.
And why were they there anyway? Where are we? We're in the middle of we're south of the that town that she mentioned, right? The walrus lady.
Yes, Dugan's Hole.
What did I wonder who
It's
left these?
just south.
Do not
She-
Hyena and
sleds here?
usually pull
With-
the
with-
sleds.
Wisket
Why are
says
they
that
riding them?
I'm not sure. It's kind of weird that these sleds are out here. Usually people, take their sleds with them, but I've seen sleds on top of the hills all over the place in other locations.
Oh,
Uh,
that's interesting.
Hyenas wouldn't have left them there, but someone else must be in the area, and whoever left the sleds around must have also trained the hyenas to use them.
Yeah, that was peculiar. That I didn't expect the hyenas to know how to use a sled.
They usually pull them, or at least dogs do.
Yeah.
It's quite strange.
That makes sense.
Well,
Okay, I forgot to move you to the new map, but there you are. You are actually on the edge of the map, so you're not quite on it yet. So your starting position will be just off the map. So this is the tent. You can see coming out of the tent, there is a patch of ice that is running out. What appears to be water that has frozen over, and that continues down to the lake. And then Lake Redwaters, but again, it's frozen there, so it's just an ice patch, a 10-foot wide ice patch. And you also notice that there are two gnolls at the front of the gate, or of the front of the tent, the red and blue one there. So as you crest the final hill, you see a large tent made of cured hides. It rests about 100 yards from the edge of the red waters, so you're pretty close to the lake. The slick frozen trail leading from the tent to the lake makes it clear that this must be the location of the hot spring Mother Tuss sent you to investigate. Of course, Wisket says, that's it. Outside the tent, there are frozen animal carcasses picked clean of meat that litter the ground, and smoke wafts from two holes in the top of the tent. And that would be those two red circles. That's where there's some openings in the tent where smoke is coming out. As you watch, the two gnolls move from around the other side of the tent, and they are dragging a struggling man dressed in furs. They shove him through the opening and then exit the tent and take up positions flanking the entrance.
Okay.
We would all be familiar with what a gnoll is. Like, we've all seen them before, heard stories about them.
Oh yeah, gnolls are pretty common throughout this area.
oh, bloody gnolls.
Yes. Bloody nose. Or at least they will be.
Yeah.
Grip my hands.
So again, you're actually about 100. Actually, it says 100 yard. No, you're 100 yards from the edge of the red waters. The tent is.
Yeah.
But the crest of that hill is off the map. So I'll say you're about 100 feet away from the tent at this point.
So I have a bit of a plan.
Yeah.
It involves our good friend Trisket. He can pay us back for us helping him out.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of animal corpses around there, so clearly these boys are hungry.
Uh-huh.
And we have a delicious little Trisket snack for them. So why doesn't he go out there, bark a little bit, run back here, and you can have those boys chase after you, and we'll get them once they get over the hill.
I like that.
Your voice is prettier. Perhaps you should do that part.
I agree.
I think they'd be just as interested in any one of us.
The only reason I suggest Trisket is because perhaps an armed individual might raise the alarm, but a wilderness creature, is pretty common.
I would agree with you.
That's hunting sport. That's not exactly, a threat.
Yeah, I agree with Lockhart.
They don't seem
So,
to be patrolling.
Whisket kind of looks around confused, and then says, "Who's Trisket?" And then the light bulb look comes across, and then glares at who is it that's calling him Trisket? That was
Lockhart.
That's me. Yeah.
Lockhart. So glares at Lockhart for calling her Trisket, and says, "I don't think I like this idea. I've already faced death once today.
Yeah, and why didn't you die?
More than enough."
I'm
exhilarating, is it
familiar with the laws of your people because I believe Miss Tusk, when she saved our lives, we were indebted to her. And last I checked, we saved yours.
The man has a point.
Whiskey. You do owe us. If not paid now, you will have to pay later.
Whisket says, "I think you've been spending too much time with Mother Tusk.
Look,
you are starting to sound like her."
You don't need to
And
put
what-
yourself in danger. Look, you're not going to be in danger. You just get close enough that they will want to come and hunt you, and then you run away, and then they think it's even more exciting, and they set off chasing even faster. They pop over the hill and...
Back to us, though, so we can get rid
I
of
do not fear these gnolls.
That's right.
I will act as bait.
Oh, by the way, ignore what's inside the tent because you don't see that yet. Anyways, with a heavy sigh, Whisket finally agrees to your request. So Whisket is going to go down and act like it's just foraging for food. And then, but trying to draw the attention of the gnolls. The gnoll on the left notices the snow fox, and then kind of motions to the other gnoll, like, "Hey, let's go get it." And the gnoll on the right, the blue one, is I'll let someone roll for Whisket to see if Whisket. Let's do a deception check, and that'll be opposed to their wisdom check, or at least the to their wisdom checks to see if they are going to pursue Whisket.
There you go.
16. All right. And this will be the red gnoll, the first roll.
Well, Whisket goes down there on the top, just like perched on top of the hill. I'm going to use minor illusion to make another similar-looking snow fox, just sort of sitting there with its back to the hyenas. And then I'm going to crouch on the other side of the hill, readying poison spray.
Well, then that's going to give them disadvantage, because now they're seeing two snow foxes. All right, so you got a 16. They both are going to go after the snow fox and foxes, I should say now, what they think are foxes. And as they start to go after Whisket, since Whisket is closest, Whisket sees them, or acts like she sees them for the first time, and starts to run away with the gnolls chasing. Whisket, now is your illusion also going to run away towards you? Obviously, the group of you.
Yeah, I can't really see where they're coming, how close they are, so I'm just relying on hearing, and when they get close enough, I'm not really going to move the illusion, I'm just going to, as soon as they sort of pounce on it, they'll be in range of my poison spray.
Okay. So your illusion is near the crest of the hill then?
Yeah, it's right on the top of the crest of the hill.
They have all gotten near the crest of the hill, and you can all take shots at them. But let's go ahead and get ourselves into initiative first.
Yeah.
Not bad. Doing well on initiative so far.
The other rolls were so good. It's just the initiative that's bad. Total of 7. I mean, I have a -1, but it doesn't have to be under 10.
19.
Good job.
No, get off, Lily.
Right. The Knolls, they
Oh, you have to wait.
rolled really low. And they have a 2. Agoria, if you didn't change yours already, what did you get?
Agoria, I got a 7, so sorry.
7?
Yeah.
Did I change it there? Yeah, there we go. Prim?
I got a dirty 20.
Lockhart?
6.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Azari?
19.
Marin?
14.
All right, you didn't change. And then, Lockhart, you already put yourself in there. There we go. All right, so Prim, basically you're all gonna, they don't notice you up there because their focus was on the snow foxes, so you will get a surprise round on them. With their low initiative, essentially you're getting a surprise round.
Yeah.
So Prim, if you want to go ahead and attack, they have, or do whatever you want to do, they have an armor class of...
They need to make a Constitution
15.
saving throw. Con save DC 11.
All right, they don't have any modifiers. So they got the red one got an 11, and the blue one got failed.
It was just whichever one was coming to me. It was a single target one.
Oh, okay.
Whichever one was coming after mine.
We'll say the red one was coming up first, so that would have been the one closest to you.
All right, so it jumps into the illusion of the fox that I've done on the top of the crest of the hill, and his claws go through it, or his weapon or whatever goes through it. But he doesn't then see a little halfling poof, just blast off this as he lands in the snow, and it puffs up this cloud of white snow. Suddenly the symbol on my arm changes shape, changes color, and changes that snow into a greenly sickly energy, which then forces itself over his face, but unfortunately misses his mouth, and it does not take any damage from poison spray. That's my action. I will
Good
use
job,
my.
Brim. You'll get them next time.
I will use my movement to then turn around, slip onto my butt, and slide down the hill. 25 feet movement.
Okay, 25 feet away.
Yeah.
This is more just to keep an idea of where they're at. This is not actual distances. All right, so you move 25 feet away. Zari.
I'm going to move towards the one that he didn't get with the poison spray and swing my great axe.
I'm going to put this one, he was about 10 feet behind him. So you want to move to the blue one and then swing to...
Since that's the one that he missed. So.
Yeah, he missed the red one. Neither of them have been hurt, so it really doesn't matter probably at this point. Which one you attack first.
Doesn't matter. The red one. Okay, so then I just roll, correct? That's fine.
To hit, sure. 15 is its armor class.
Okay. 17.
That will hit.
5 damage.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And you said you were going after the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, unless you have anything else, a bonus action or anything, Marin, you will be up.
Good. Alrighty, well, I'm going to fire my hand crossbow at the blue one that she just hit.
Okay.
Okay. 10.
To hit, that will miss.
Okay.
And then, Agoria.
Okay, I'm going to move up to the closest one, kicking back snow behind me. Again, that heaving frost breath. Taking my great axe while running, and then I'm going to start to go into a rage. My shoulders lurch forward, my chin bows down too, showing the ram horns, and I'm going to swing. So with rage on. That's okay. So bonus action rage, then great axe attack. All right. Here we go. Oh. I got a 9.
That will
Damn,
miss.
man. What a crappy surprise round.
Yeah, I know.
Surprise!
Surprise! We're here.
All right. So
I roll my
Zari is already engaged with the blue one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to just put the blue one adjacent just to keep track.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
am I on red or blue?
I'm going to pop over, and then I'm going to sneak attack with booming blade.
And let me go back 1 second. Agaria, you moved up adjacent to one of them, and when you missed your attack,
the closest. So whether if that was blue,
that would have been
red,
that would have been the red one.
the red one. Okay, so I'm engaged with red on my own. Then I assume
Okay.
from what I saw. Yeah.
And go ahead, Lockhart. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. So that's going to be so that's the sneak attack that's going to hit is going to be 14 plus 3. That's 17.
That will hit.
Okay. So that's going to do. I guess I might as well just roll the damage on this thing. That is going to do. So it's going to. I don't know why they did that. And then sneak attack damage here. Oh, sorry. Okay. So that's going to be 7 damage all in.
All together?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were attacking the one that was already injured?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah. And then I also hit it with a booming blade, so if it decides to move, it's going to take additional damage.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. And then it's the Gnoll's turn, and since they're adjacent to people already, they're just going to stand there and fight. The red one is going to try to. They have spears, and they are going to attack with the spears. Now they also have shields, so they're only going to be able to use the spears one-handed. So the red one is going to crit.
Ooh.
I like to roll my crits.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So that is going to be
You're gonna be fine.
a 5. That was not a great
That was a
crit.
terrible crit.
Yeah. So that is a 5 piercing damage, and then the second one is going to
5 to who? Sorry.
to Agoria.
Agoria? Okay, cool. Can I ask you where you're aiming or where the knoll hit?
Your breast area, like the breastplate. I'm not sure what kind of armor you have, but
I'm gonna glance it off, so that's why it wasn't a full crit, and it's gonna leave a permanent scar on Agoria, scratching up the chest place there. So I'm gonna add that to my sheet.
okay.
Prima shouts, "No!"
The blue knoll is probably going to miss with a 9.
Yep.
All right. Now it is Prim's turn.
Prim, seeing Igoria getting attacked, like splays out, spread eagle to stop herself sliding further down the hill, turns over and just frantically starts scrambling back up the hill towards them, gets to back within 10 feet of the knoll, and then again grabs the gemstone, which turns a different sickly green color, and the snow around the knoll lifts up off the ground and attacks its face again. Poison spray. Needs to make a con save, DC 11. Hey, that looks like a natural 1. Come on, 12. 3 points of poison damage.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey, 3 is better than 2.
Better than 0.
Azari.
I'm gonna go ahead and swing my great axe at the blue one again.
Mm-hmm.
24.
That definitely hits.
15 damage.
Ooh, wow.
Nice.
Nice.
And you killed it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how barbarians do it.
Marin.
Yeah.
We kill.
So I'm gonna go for the crossbow, the hand crossbow again, towards the red knoll. 9 plus 5, so 14.
15's your 8. It's AC.
No. Okay.
Bummer.
Agoria.
Are you guys adding your attack bonuses to your rolls?
Yeah, I'm just rolling real bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 before.
I forget that all the time.
4,
If I
didn't do
had that.
anything. I'm going to look down at the spear, which is embedded in the thing. I kick it back, and then I pull back like a wolf bearing their fangs. My upper lip trembles and reveals my my sharp tiefling teeth.
Get it, girl.
And I'm going to bring the axe from down below. It's all in the hips. Physical reference. I'm gonna swing it right up and see if I can get a hole in one. Here we go.
Let's put a hole in one.
Please, dice gods. Please. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that is an 18 to hit.
All right.
All right. Let's hope the D12 is good.
The knoll's already making a grimacing look in preparation for the impact of the blow.
All right. I'm gonna bring that axe from down low like a golf swing straight up, and it's a 7 total with my rage damage as well. So natural 3 and then 2 plus 2.
All right, Lockhart.
All right. Looks like a Gorga is already in range, so I'm just gonna come up behind for another sneak attack, and that's gonna be oh sweet, that's gonna be an 18 to hit, and that's going to be 10 damage.
Nice.
And that's also I'm gonna put another booming blade on him just in case he decides to run for it.
Now that has bloodied it. Looks like if you just punched him in the face once or twice, he might go down.
Not the face. Face is too good for him.
Do you guys think that maybe we can get some information out of him?
Yeah. Tie him up.
Tickle him.
Well, it's turn now. That booming blade. That's not an effect. That's just if he moves, you're going to attack him again, or is that some effect that he's aware of?
They take damage.
If he moves, he takes damage.
There is a visual effect there. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah,
it
it's
sheathes
like
him with
Okay,
energy.
so he knows. he knows if he moves, he's going to take damage. And he also knows that he doesn't have much damage to be taken, so he is going to stand and fight.
Yeah.
And he is going to also try his spear again against Agoria, and that is going to probably miss with a 10 AC. If it doesn't, it's a 5 piercing, but I'm sure that's going to miss.
Agoria?
And then it's, yeah, Agoria.
Yeah, 10.
Then it's going to be Prim's turn.
I think one last time. Let's check. Do I have anything that I can do non-lethally? Could I try
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. I make myself as intimidating as possible with my primordial again. By first saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but in primordial, so it sounds like. And then I say, "You will yield to us and tell us all you know." And I say that in common. And we may let you live or give you swift death.
All right. It doesn't seem like it comprehends what you're saying in either language.
Well, I've tried at least.
Azaria, you're up.
There's no talking to these people.
Well, if there's no talking, then I might as well just deliver the final blow.
It just didn't seem to understand.
Common or
Primordial.
Primordial.
Oh, what
I mean,
language?
I'm not an expert in Knoll, so I don't know how much we're gonna get out of this guy. But we did see a body get dragged into there, so I'm not so sure we really do need to talk to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we know roughly what the deal is here. So just
Yeah, unless you know Knoll, that's all the Knoll knows is Knoll.
Yeah.
So
Let's waste him.
Kill him.
Finish him. Finish him. Fatality.
So Azaria, you want to take him out?
Oh, I don't think I can. I rolled a 14. Or got a 14.
Oh yeah, that's not enough. Marin.
I'm going to try third time's a charm. Hand crossbow one last time, and it better
You can do
work
it.
this
Right
You got
before you
it,
do
We
it,
believe in
Baron,
you.
I'm gonna give you that thumbs up back. You got
Gonna
this.
bless that dice.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. 15.
Hey,
Does it?
there we go.
All right.
There
So
you
that is going to be 1d6 plus 3. So
And you definitely have killed it.
sweet.
All right, so you have the tent there. Did someone put the black square on there?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Because you said we couldn't see inside it. I can get rid if you want.
No, that's fine. We can leave it on there for right now. But now you guys, again, you're 100 feet away. Nothing's coming out of the tent. So they apparently, with the wind and stuff blowing, and the fact that they're inside the tent, they apparently did not hear, or if they did hear, they're not rushing out to find out what the sounds of combat were. So how would you like to deal with this?
I thought that went well.
These are good
I have
kills.
another plan that might also work.
Okay.
You have lots of plans.
So it's kind of my thing. It's what I do. As a professional, I have I can disguise myself to look like one of these nasty looking snow dogs. And then my plan would be, grab an illusion of one of these hares, walk right in there with some food, and while they're distracted.
That does sound like a good idea.
Might work.
Is there a loose post in the tent that we could push over?
I can
Or set on
also
fire. if we burned the place down, like I've got a bit of a way with magic. I could burn some things and maybe set fire to the tent while they're inside. But we just
I
know
like
that
that idea, but we did see someone get dragged in there, and I'm wondering we might have to save said person. So maybe setting them on a fire, not the best idea.
You reckon they're even
That's
still
true.
alive though?
I reckon we might want to find out first. I
Yeah,
mean,
we don't really
I'm
know.
all for burning things.
I suppose.
Why you're so small?
While they're deciding what to do, I'm dragging as best I can, dragging gnolls like up and over the top of the ridge of the hill, so you can't see them from where they from the entrance to the tent.
How
And then-
about
I'm also
this?
going to
How about
start.
this? If
helping Prim with
I'm
that.
in Knoll mode, I can take a peek, see if he's alive or dead, and if he's dead, up in smoke. Everyone's happy.
bingo?
Okay.
And I have a disguise kit too, and I might give you a hand with whatever you're doing.
Smart.
Okay.
I'd
You
like
you guys can be the
to
two
loot
gnolls
the
that we just dispatched of.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of Knoll stuff here, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
dress
mean,
up.
my spell works on me, but I also have a disguise kit, and so maybe we can disguise a couple of you guys to also, to wear their clothes and look a little Knollish. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll work for me. I think I'd be better disguising myself as an Arctic fox.
or a prisoner.
Oh yeah, not bad, not bad. We could do
I'd
prisoner.
like to loot to see if there's anything on the knolls.
So 2 of you are going to disguise yourselves as gnolls, and 1 is going to act as a prisoner.
That works.
Yeah,
I
that
like-
sounds
yeah.
fair. I like that idea. That's even better.
Well, I was just trying to repeat what I thought you were saying.
Yeah,
not-
no, we didn't have the prisoner idea, but that's even better. So we will do
That's
that.
even
You know
better. I love it.
I thought someone just said that.
Oh, I said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agoria said that. Agoria is also going to check the knolls for anything.
You don't really notice anything valuable. They have some crude weapons, the spears that they had, and a shield. They also had a longbow each, and then they're just hide armor. So none of it is any kind of quality stuff.
Yeah.
But that's all they have: a spear, longbow, and hide armor and shield.
While I'm
All right,
while I'm dragging
I'm
them
gonna-
over the hill, I pull the crossbow bolt out and give it back to Mirren.
I think this is
Yeah.
yours.
Thank you.
Am I okay to take longbow?
I'm gonna cast disguise self and try to make myself look like one of the dead gnolls as to a T.
Okay. What about the other 2 of you? Not the ones that are going to disguise themselves as gnolls in the prisoner, but what are the other 2 doing while you're doing this? And I'm assuming you're going up to the entrance, or is that an incorrect?
Yeah,
assumption?
I think we go through the entrance, and then the idea would be as they're distracted by having their own guards return with a captive, perhaps the other 2 that aren't coming in with us can sneak up to the entrance.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the black square now, because as you peer into into the entrance, you will now be able to see it. If you want to place yourselves at the entrance, and then the other 2, if you can place yourselves where you're going to be near the tent.
Which one of us was going to be the prisoner? Was it going to be me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then I can set fire to things from the inside.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right, so the 2 people on the outside are the ones disguised as the gnolls.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
as you walk up and peer in there, you notice that there are 4 hyenas, and then there is another gnoll, and that gnoll near the back of the tent is hovering over the guy that was drug in earlier. We're going to call him Judd, and their focus seems to be, at least the Knoll's focus is definitely on Judd, because she is taking what looks to be this black shard and digging it into Judd. It's a small shard of hard, dark, ice-cold substance. And Primdora, give me a magic check that my brain's not working. Arcana check.
Was that Prim? I can make a Arcana check.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, Prim. I forget who I said if it wasn't Prim. Yeah.
No, it was Prim.
Here it goes. 11.
You recognize this shard as something called chardolin. It's a material that's used for making magic items. It's like an ability to store magic inside the shard. But she's digging that shard of this black substance into it, and she's chanting in Null while she's doing this. Also, there's it looks like this smoke is rising from her body as she is doing this. And you said nobody understands Null in the party?
Correct.
No one.
Okay. And as she digs it in, then she like pauses, like she's listening for something, and then she shakes her head, and she has like this little bag, and she pulls out another shard, and like digs it in, digs that into the additional shard, and of course, as she's digging this in, he's like crying out in pain.
Yeah, but like before she's even getting that second one into him, I'm like stumbling forward as if these two gnolls have just pushed me into the tent and making some noise to like make it clear, to like try and distract the gnoll from whatever he's doing.
That brings the attention of the hyenas towards you, and then also the one gnoll. We're going to call her Guldra, and she kind of glances over at you, but then just kind of focuses back on Judd, and then starts to push that second shard in, and again she's like listening for something as she's doing it. And then you see the two campfires. Also near the campfire on the right, you notice that there is a dead gnoll that appears to have been killed from many cuts.
Huh.
Well, looks like we're all in danger now, guys.
I sort of step forward. I'm kind of like tossing up between the guys who just pushed me into the tent and the hyenas around, and I sort of like stumble forward as if I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, but what do you want from me? Are you gonna eat me?
Making grunting noises and stuff.
Yeah.
Please don't eat me. I like stumble as far forward as I'm allowed to get before anything else happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
I look to Zari.
Let me see. Give me a deception check, the two of you that are disguised as gnolls.
Okay.
Wait for the
And this will be opposed to their
20.
Their wisdom.
16.
Nice.
So the one gnoll that's in there, she thinks, yeah, that's just a prisoner that the two gnolls pushed in. And then the hyenas. I'm just going to roll once for all of them. They also seem to be deceived. You must have grabbed the hides from the other gnolls, so they kind of sniff the air, and it smells like the other two gnolls that are actually now dead. All right, so Prim, when you get up to where your token is, you can see that's the spring.
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of frozen over, but if you glance down into the spring, you see it's been kind of dug out recently. 10 feet, the ice has. 10 feet down the hole rests a frozen corpse of a human still wearing cold weather gear. It looks like it's been ripped apart, like maybe from a bear or something. It's holding a frozen grip. It's gripping a spear, and it looks like the tip of that spear, but it's still in the ice. But the tip of that spear looks to be made of some of that same material that Goldra is using on Judd.
Yeah.
It's taking so long.
If I have the time, I'm going to make an attack right now. So.
Why don't we we give each other a look and then let the other guy move in position.
Yeah, as soon as I'm in position, I'm getting ready to do it, because as far as I know, this Null's about to kill this dude, and we want to keep him alive.
So why don't we all move up a little bit, and then we'll just say now or something, and then everyone will pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Since you were successfully at deceiving them, you'll get an attack. This will be a surprise round.
Perfect.
Prim, I should have mentioned as you were walking on that ice, Prim, it is slippery, but since you were walking as slowly as you needed to be and weren't in combat, you didn't need to make any.
And I was deliberately playing up the stumbling. Oh no, I'm just a townsperson.
But you can tell if during combat, if you were trying to walk normally on that ice, you would need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Gotcha. Yeah.
In order to not fall down prone. Otherwise, it's difficult terrain. If you don't want to move normally, you can do it at half speed.
Yeah.
All right, Prim. You get the signal from your other Knoll guys that it's time to start whatever it is you're getting ready to do.
I step forward towards so that I'm adjacent to this campfire, and I go, "Please don't! I don't want you to eat me!" And then I scoop out my left hand through the flames, and it's like I'm scooping flames into my hand, and then I smash my hands together, flattening it out into like a plate of fire, and then I just put my thumbs together and cast Burning Hands in a 15-foot cone, catching both the Knoll and the Hyena, but leaving Melado alive.
My girl.
So 15 feet to here and here, and I'm flaming this. And if I manage to catch any side of the frozen whatchamacallit, then that's just bonus. But hey, they need to.
Yeah, that's 10 feet down, so you're not going to be able to.
Yeah, I figured. Dexterity saving throws.
If you're trying to avoid Judd, it's not going to get into the hole.
Yeah, that's fine. Dexterity saving throws, I think it is. And then, ooh, that's not bad. Actually, that's
so the Knoll
average.
Is probably going to save with a 19.
Yeah, definitely.
And the Hyena is going to fail its save.
All right, so the Hyena takes 13 points of fire damage, and the Knoll takes half of that.
13 is going to kill the Hyena.
And
13, 12, 6. So the Knoll takes 6.
Very nice.
I don't know what this tent material behind the Hyena is made of, but if it's flammable, that would catch as well, because it's within 15 feet.
All right.
They already have fires in here.
They've got fires, campfires, but not like next to it. And they're going.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm like hitting the side of the tent with fire. I just don't know whether it's flammable or not. It might just be like hardened leather and it won't go up.
I will. You said 13. It can be set on fire, but it wasn't enough to cause the fire to spread. So that portion of the tent takes 13 points of damage. So, and Azari.
Okay, I will attack the orange Knoll or Hyena. Sorry.
Yeah, the Hyenas have an armor class of 11.
Okay, 20.
To hit, that will hit.
13 damage.
And you killed that Hyena.
Good.
Goldra, since this is a surprise round, isn't going to go. Marin?
Okay. So I guess I will since there's 2 hyenas down, I know it's a little tough to get across this ice here, but can I tread carefully and try to get to the other side without falling?
No, I mean, in combat, you would need to make a dexterity, DC 15 dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Okay.
If you step onto the ice trail or start your turn there.
Then in that case, I'll try to get close to this knoll and then make an attack with my rapier. And 9 plus 14.
And that's just what you needed. That knoll has studded leather and is armor class 14.
Nice. Okay. And that would be... Well, I had my die. And it's gone. Oh, here it is. 1d8. So 6 plus... 3. So 9. 9 damage. Piercing.
That bloodied it.
Okay.
Agoria.
All right, so I'm gonna run up to the closest knoll, which is the green one. I'm gonna raise my great axe above my head and just bring it down like I'm splitting a log. $15 to hit.
That hits.
Six slashing damage.
And that knoll's dead. Or that hyena is dead, I should say. Lockhart.
I'm gonna move up to the
Okay.
next one. As well.
I am going to let's see. Can I move up to the head knoll over here?
Yeah, if you have movement left.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw Agoria.
Oh no, I was right
move.
here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Lockhart, you can move up there.
All right, great. So I'm gonna move up, and then I've been keeping this little trick. We've been practicing it for a while, and I'm gonna throw Pilfer over here, right at it, and Pilfer's gonna fly around its head, distracting it, and giving me the help action, so
Sure.
I can have advantage on this attack. And it's also going to have a sneak attack as well. I think that's going to hit. I'll throw another one down just to...
18 will hit, and 20, that's a dirty crit. Or
Yeah.
a dirty.
That's a dirty 20, yeah. So I'll take the first one because it sounds like both of them hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll do 16 damage to it.
And that should be enough to take that out. Definitely is enough. So that knoll is dead, and assuming you're trying to kill it.
Mhm.
And then that leaves one hyena left. Prim.
I am going to step towards that hyena. I'm going to run over it and slip my ass on the ice. Here goes nothing.
Right, dexterity 15.
That is a 3 plus 3. That won't do it.
All right, so yeah, you have fallen prone, and
I just do this super cool thing where I incinerate and then I turn around and I run and I ow! Oh! It's okay. It's okay. I use half my movement to stand up again. So that's
Right.
12. That's 17. So I've got like 5 feet left. I step forward 5 more feet, and then.
All right.
And then I sort of lift my hand up, and a bunch of the dust that's in the floor of this tent around the knoll lifts up, turns green, and shoots itself into its face for poison. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 11.
Let's see if the hyena is any better than the knoll. And no, it is not.
Lots of natural ones from them today. I rolled even worse than last time with Con, so only 2 points of poison damage. I pick up my arcane focus and I give it a little tap.
I think this is running out.
All right, Azari.
Okay, let's see.
My guess is if you hit it, it's gonna die.
Okay. Ooh, how many feet is that? Can I even go that far? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
30. So I can move past it. What's the dex saving throw? I guess. Put myself in
Oh,
the
DC 15.
Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I fall.
All right, so you have fallen prone. You can
Okay, and
use
then I,
half your movement
half of my
and back up if you want.
okay, 15. So I have like 10 more feet to move.
Okay. Well, you won't be able to get right next to it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to throw, so.
There's probably a rock you can.
I was going to
pick
say,
up off the
there's
ground
always
to throw.
something to throw.
There's
throw your
usually always
greatsword.
a rock somewhere.
Okay, I'll pick up.
Throw your whole axe at it.
Okay, I'll throw my axe.
Yeah.
That can only go well.
Hey, Igorian,
Alright.
duck!
Is that a hand
Yeah,
axe?
I mean, everyone else should move out the way.
I'm sorry, is that a hand axe?
You get the great axe.
You can do it as an improvised weapon then. I think only a hand axe can be thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll let you do it as an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have proficiency in throwing that, so it would only be +3, so 18.
Well, that'll hit.
Only.
It's a D4, I think, is an improvised weapon.
Yeah, that's right. D4 plus your strength
okay.
mod.
5.
You killed it.
Nice.
I go pick up my axe from
I think
its
that's the
head.
first time anyone's thrown a great axe and killed, that I've DM'd for and killed someone with a great axe. Thrown a great axe.
You are impressive, Azari.
Killing
Alright.
someone from 20 feet away.
We are out of combat. A couple things. You can dig out. I think Prim had mentioned something about trying to melt the ice that was in the well, but you could either dig out and use spells to heat it up to get that body out of there. Apparently, that body is what has blocked the hot spring. So once you get the body out of there, the water starts to flow. And as you search that frozen body, it does have some coins and 2 vials of alchemist fire on it.
Ooh.
And then there's some tiny, in one of its bags, it carries some of that black substance as well as 2 dagger-sized pieces, one of which is on the tip of that spear of that Charlatan. And then, of course, there's still Judd in there. And he thanks you for rescuing him. He says he's from Dugan's Hole, one of the 10 towns of Icewind Dale, the one that you're closest to. And he's kind of relieved at the rescue. He seems though that he wants to get out of there, wants to leave as soon as he can.
I'm gonna walk up and put my hand on Prim's shoulder. Good job, Prim.
Hey, you too. I pat the hand. You okay? Is it, you got scratched before? You all right?
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah, he says, yeah, it really hurt when that strange black material was pushed in my skin. It hurt a lot.
What
Generally
was?
stabbing.
Do you know why they were wanted you? Were you just passing and they grabbed you, or were they looked for you specifically?
No, they just grabbed me. As far as I know, there was nothing that. I was just fishing or trying to cut a hole in the ice so I could fish near here when they grabbed me and brought me here.
And what did they say anything in the language you could understand, or?
No, nothing he could understand. That Noel didn't say anything when, I mean, he was kind of beaten up from when they grabbed him. So when the Noel was pushing that black stuff in, it wasn't trying to communicate. It was just pushing it in and had this weird look on its face.
I have a theory that they were doing the same to that one over there. I point to the one that had died of 1,000 cuts. Like, that one's been seriously badly cut up. I think they were trying to do something with the magic. It's oh man, it's been a while since I read about it. It's a particular material. It's called like chrysanthemum. No, it's called like chrysalis, something like that. But it's like a.
What's the point?
Does anyone want to look at the one, Noel, that is all cut up?
Yeah, I'll head over and have a look.
Give me a heal check or a medicine check.
I think that they were trying to study the properties of it, and maybe they thought, oh, it doesn't work on gnolls, we'll try it on a human. So
maybe they're trying to bring the gnoll back.
Maybe.
I took a medicine check and rolled 11.
I rolled a 6.
It does not look like those cuts were made from that material, because these are just kind of jagged rocks. This seems more like a clean cuts, like something from a short sword or a sword type thing. And the only other thing you find in here that has a short sword is that Goldra has a short sword on her. So you get the impression that Goldra killed that other gnoll for some reason.
Betrayal. Sounds like betrayal or punishment to me.
Punishment, yeah, perhaps.
Yeah. Or maybe these crystal things, maybe they require a life to charge or to power up.
Yeah, maybe a blood sacrifice of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We should. So, have we already dug the guy out of the pool by this stage, or are we going to do that?
Yeah, I had said you already did that since Prim had kind of indicated
it was starting to thaw from
the
flames and stuff. Yeah.
Prim, darling.
Yes.
Is there nothing else you can determine by this material that they have been using?
Well, I know it's a magic thing. It's been a while since I studied it.
What type of magic?
Yeah, can we analyze it?
Yeah, is there anything anything further I could glean about the ritual they might be doing?
You can either give me a history check or another Arcana check.
We'll go Arcana because I'm slightly more trained in Arcana.
Is there a piece I can pick up and inspect?
Yeah, let's let the bard do some lore.
Yeah, Judd, or not Judd. Well, Judd has a piece still sticking in his flesh.
There you go.
I'll take a piece
or two, and but the
I'm not gentle. I just rip it out.
Human that was in the spring has a bag of it, and plus those two dagger-sized pieces.
Yep, I'll take a dagger piece, and I'm gonna inspect it next to the fire, if possible. Also, is the tent still being inflamed? Is it still?
No, it was just just one portion.
One portion.
Yeah, and it just kind of burnt that section, but it never, like, the fire didn't catch, so it never spread.
Yeah, I want to hold up a piece to the fire and watch the light play across its jagged form.
Okay. Yeah, it just looks like a piece of black rock.
What did you say? I knew it was called chrysalis, doesn't it? Chris.
Yeah, it's known as Chardolin.
Chardolin.
Yeah.
I basically nailed it.
Just scratching myself with it. Nothing bad, just to see how it feels.
Yeah, when you scratch yourself with it, other than the small pain of a scratch, nothing happens. I just put the spelling of that in the chat area.
Chardolin, thank you. Remembering that it had something to do with being like a storage for magic.
Right.
I'm gonna pick a piece up, and I'm gonna cast my mage hand, the hand that has the arcane focus on it, So that's the shimmering like a ghostly silver light, and then it detaches as if it's a glove. And then I put the shard, I touch it to the mage hand to see if anything happens to the spell, if it dispels it or if it stores it within or anything.
No, it doesn't appear to do that.
I do mage hand, minor illusion, and poison spray one after another to like see if I can do anything to this shard of this magic storing thing, just as a test.
I'm trying to remember some
That's
properties of it.
Well, while you're looking that
I don't remember if there's some kind of ritual you need to do. I don't think it's as simple as just
Cast it with it.
doing the spell on it.
It's not a battery.
Try its weight and balance. Just like do a few strikes and thrusts.
I know the new book. I don't have the new book yet, but the new book has a little bit more detail. But there is Forgotten Realms wiki, and it's saying that it can absorb one spell, but it doesn't really say how you get the spell into it. It was released when the stone is crushed or destroyed.
Oh, good. I'll look into it. I've got the PDF, so I'll look into it while you do other things. It's fine.
Judd, he's like he said, he wanted to get back to Duggan's Hole, so he's making his way to the entrance of the tent in order to leave.
Yeah, I'm leaving him. I'm letting him go. I don't really care about him, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, do your thing.
Then at this point, you have successfully opened up the spring, and you can return back to Mother Tusk and report in. She is overjoyed, although she's worried about Knowles being so close. It is unusual that Knowles would be that close to Duggan's Hole. As well as
I will kill as many gnolls as you need. I enjoy killing gnolls.
You enjoy killing anything, my love.
Yes, I know.
What exactly? What makes it weird that they would be that close to the spring, to Duggan's Hole?
Well, because it would be unusual for Knowles to be that close to one of the towns.
Right, because the people of the town are equipped at fighting them, or what?
Yeah, Knowles and generally the townsfolk don't get along, so the Knowles usually don't come around the towns. She suspects maybe they were in the wooded area, but it's unusual for them to be that bold. Mm-hmm. And she's also a little, assuming you told her about the black crystals, she finds that strange also.
Yeah,
and
show her a piece.
So you'll be able to take a long rest. Of course, I think this is the last session. All right, so this.
All right, I have muted myself on that chat, and I've muted them for you, so you don't need to listen to all of this Adventurers League wrap-up nonsense. So thank you very much for coming along, guys. Appreciate it.